What you're about to see is something not even I was prepared for. You sit back and you have to kind of rethink. Did I teach my children right? What went wrong? You know, you have dreams of this, like nightmares of something happening. Maybe it's someone random comes up and does something to your car. That, you know, you're like, I would kill the guy, I'd do it. But, you know, you never think that your child, who's probably your most well-behaved, calm-mannered, anything, like, never in a million years would I think my son would ever do this. Now, I have to give my wife a lot of credit. So a little bit of backstory here. Myself, Maple-fed Camaro, and Ghost IO7 packed up and head to Kentucky for Camaro Fest, Bowling Green. We had cleaned my car and Maple-fed's car, and Maple-fed was storing his car in my garage, and Ghost Eye was parking his car outside with one of my brand new Cover King car covers to keep it clean. And I will report back, it did a really good job. But Maple-fed's car was put in the garage to stay clean, so it wasn't gonna stay out in the elements and all that kind of great stuff. You know, it was gonna be a whiz-bang, easiness, whatever. Nothing was gonna happen to the car. But yeah. So we get back from Kentucky, we arrive home, it's probably, I think it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I think it's actually a little bit later than that. And I'm unloading, we got the Camaro off the trailer, we got all of our stuff out of the Suburban, and Maple headed to his car to pull his car out of the garage. And all seemed fine, you know, no one really thought of anything. It was pretty dark, we didn't turn all the lights on. And he pulled out in the driveway, and he's like, there's smudges all over my window. And I was like, what? So I walk over to his car, and I have my light on my phone. Like, I turn my iPhone light on, and I see handprints, and then I see footprints. And then I look at his window and realize there's a footprint, and those smudges are greasy footprints sliding and handprints sliding across the window. And I'm just like my heart sunk, like literally, like, what the happened? Like, and I'm gonna keep this PG, I'm not gonna say anything bad. And at that point I knew I had my cameras in my garage. So here's the point of view from one of the cameras. That I ran across. Now, unfortunately, I was an idiot. I didn't download or save all of the footage of what happened, and there was actually, not only did he do it once, he did it twice and try to coerce his cousin into doing it too. And again, that you have to step back as a father and you wonder, like, my kids have always been really good about not touching the cars, not being near the cars, so what in God's green earth possessed him to think he can do this, and let alone get away with it? And the funny thing is he clearly knows I have cameras in the garage, so you can watch this again and let your stomach turn because literally mine did. And when I got home, my kids had waited up for us to get home from Kentucky. And so when I came inside the house, my son Luke was sleeping on the couch along with my oldest son Kyle, who thought we were going to get home at 9, but it ended up being a little bit after 10 when we got back. So they kind of passed out on the couch. And after I saw Kyle's car and saw the smudges and what happened, I went straight to my camera system and looked at the footage and found out, yes, it was Luke that did it, and found out that it was multiple times, twice to be. So there was 2 separate times that he had decided to climb on the car. So at this point, my wife is with me. She's watching the footage, and she's just as baffled as I am. And at this point, I'm text messaging with MapleFed, letting him know, yeah, my son climbed on your car. Please check your car out. If there's any damage, I will pay for it. I mean, that was the first thing I had sent him. And then I followed up and sent him the clips that you guys had just watched because I wanted him to see. I wanted him to see exactly what my son did so he knew exactly where to look. I wasn't going to hide anything. I didn't want to lie to him or say anything. I mean, because if I was him, like, seriously, I don't know how he kept his cool. I really don't. And maybe he hid that cool or the anti-cool from me a little bit, but I was literally like shaking and sweating. Like, my anger was swelling in me, and my wife, I know, sensed it very quickly and was very quick to try to calm my nerves and put into retrospect. Like, Matt, like, because I told him, like, I'm waking him up. He's getting punished tonight. He's not, like, I can't let him sleep in and let him know that I knew for a while and didn't do anything about it. Like, I had to confront this tonight. And so my wife she just kept saying to me, think about what you're going to say. Think about what you're going to do. My son, Luke, he's 5 years old. He's a young kid. And she's like, I don't want you to crush his soul. I don't want you to just rip into him right when he wakes up and have a jarring experience. And I kind of let that sit in a little bit. And I'm glad she did that. I really am. I'm still very mad about the situation, but I had a candid conversation with him. I probably lost my cool a couple times. I tried to get out of him. He knew why I woke him up. I didn't even say anything, and he looked at my face like he knows. And I kind of laid into him and verbally, no bad language, nothing like that, but just let him know I was very disappointed. I let him know, I kept asking him why did you do this? Daddy needs to know why, or what made you think this was okay. I did give him a couple spankings. Yes, I believe in spankings. For those of you who don't, hate me if you will, but I do believe in spankings. So I did give him a couple spankings that evening, and I tried to talk with him, and he knew. He apologized. He still needs to apologize to Kyle. Kyle hasn't been over since that day, so when he comes over, my son will be apologizing to him. But it was like, it was probably one of the most frustrating, scary moments. Like, you never think in your mind that you would have to deal with a situation like this, let alone with a family member, your son, like someone who you've worked with and talked with around cars, and don't touch, you don't do this, you don't do that, and they know better. They know not to go in the garage near my car or near anyone's car, and it's I don't know. So here's the footage again. Just want you guys to be able to see this. Again, my son was disciplined. I have offered, Kyle had gotten back to me and told me there was no damage to the car, but I am paying for his car to get fully clayed, waxed, polished, all that greatness. I'm still in agony about it. I'm really frustrated. Like, you like to think your family is better than this, and they would never do that, but I don't know, this was a situation that just really caught me off guard. But all that being said, I'd love to know what you guys think. And please be nice. Please watch your language in the comments below. Again, I'm very disappointed in my son. I think my son is very disappointed in himself. He knows he did something wrong, and he knows he was wrong. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys would probably lose it like I would have. If it wasn't for my wife calming my nerves, or at least talking me through the situation before I woke him up to discipline him, I think things would have been worse. I think I would have had a situation where my son was either fearful of me or probably wouldn't still be talking to me today. You know, it's been a week and a half since I found out. But I don't know. Let me know how you guys think you would handle it. This is a really unfortunate situation. Again, it's not something I'm proud of, but I feel, or I felt, or I still feel that I wanted to share this with you guys, because I'm sure there's been situations that some of you guys have been in that may be similar. Maybe not to this extreme dramaticness, or I'm making up words at this point, but I don't know. I would love to know your stories. I just, you know, I guess we're human. I guess I'm not that perfect. I never thought I was a perfect dad, but I did think my kids knew better around vehicles. I really did. And knowing that my son could somehow be coerced or just think that it was okay even for a minute just tells me, like, hey, there's still some work to do. So yeah, so children on cars, not cool. Sorry, Maple, I truly am sorry. Again, please let me make sure I can get you a full detail on your vehicle, because I'm doing that for you at least. And if there's any damage, and if you don't tell me, I'm going to beat you up myself, because I want to replace anything my son damaged. But that's that. So thanks for listening to my story. Hopefully you guys, I don't even know. Hopefully you guys can kind of relate, or at least give me an idea of what you guys think about it. But yeah. So, if you guys enjoyed the content, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully there's no more of these videos ever. But if not, likes, comments, shares appreciated. And if I don't see you in the next video, I do hope to see you on the road. And Kyle, I really am sorry.